Welcome back to the channel, it's Andy. We're back with FM23 and the IFK Goteborg series. We're going to end season 1 today, and things haven't really gone as well in the past few games as we know from last time. We've lost our lead at the top of the table. We're now fallen 4 points behind Djurgården, and we have our final 2 games of the season today. First of all, we host Mjällby in a must-win game, and then with the final game, we're away from home against IFK. There was a chance we could fall to third if Malmo do better us in those 2 games. But we're still in with a chance for the league, but Djurgården are on a good run and they need to essentially lose both games for us to have a chance to win the league. All we can do is just hope for the best and try and get maximum points. If you're enjoying the series, as always, likes and comments and subs really help the channel. Hit the notification bell as well if you want to receive notifications when I upload or if I go live, if that ever happens. Check out the second channel down below as well. Let's jump into it. 2 games to get through today. So last time we lost at home to holders BK Haken. Turgut got the late goal. It was a poor game, both sides not really doing any good, and they got the late goal and we couldn't get it. So back-to-back league defeats after that 2-0 loss to Hammarby off camera, not good. Djurgården have been on a great run in the league. They lost 1-0 at home to Hammarby, but other than that, a huge winning streak, and they've just continued that since their return. A win against Haken and a win against IFK. In the last 2 games, they host Sirius and then they're away against Mjällby, who we face first. Let's jump into that game. We just need to do what we can. You know, we just need to win both our games and then hope that something happens from there. But as you can see, suspensions, injuries, things happening. Dahlberg's still injured, so Ben Mustafa stays in goal. Salomonsson will replace Olsen, and we're going to bring on Adam Carlen for the defensive midfielder. I was going to push Hagen a bit further forward, have him as advanced playmaker. Norlin also injured, so we're going to go with Carne on the left-hand side. Do we have Markovic available? We do. And then the right-hand side, Iataren is going to come back into the side. He's not fully fit, but I think we need him, so we're going to go with Iataren. Markovic is going to play on the left, and Abdullahi's going to play up top alongside Berg, pressing forward. We're starting on positive. We're going to turn off the dribble less and see what that does for us. We'll counter him when we're moving the ball. We'll distribute into the flanks. We're going for that wing play. It's helped us all season. Like we're in a position where we're like, you know, we've had a good year. But it's just unfortunate that, you know, the past few games things just have not gone as well. I'm going to take off Bungsbo actually. He's not really done too well. He came back from an injury and just hasn't really been the same since he came back. A couple of mistakes in there. So Cannon's going to play alongside Johansson. Real life though, Göteborg have actually been playing Carlen as a centre-back. But I think he's probably more suited to a back 3. Because in the game, his like preferred role was a wide centre-back. So that's why he's kind of playing as a ball-winning midfielder as well, but we could retrain him and see how he does maybe as a central defender. But we have a lot of them, so I don't really think there's a need to do that. But we're into the first game of 2 today against Mjällby. We need to get a result in this one. This is a must-win game if we want a chance of trying to catch Djurgården. Here comes Parkanate to Markovic. Good ball for Marcus Berg. It just took a bit too heavy of a touch there. And we start again with the attack. Kanate goes back to Cannon. Here's Elias Hagen. Kanate. That's a better ball for Berg. And it's headed into the 18-yard box, but nobody there. Johansson looking for Silas. Silas with the header, but just wide. Throw in. Salomonsson to Abdullahi. Marcus Berg loses the ball. Kanate with it back again, though. Long ball's going to find Marcus Berg. And he's going to... Ooh, it was a good effort, but it was well saved. Berg's got a good 25 goals this season, but they've kind of dried up recently. He hasn't been as amongst the goals, you know, more recently. And that set piece is not going to amount to anything. We're not really doing anything with set pieces at the moment, but I don't like the set piece routines. They haven't been changed for so long, and until they do that, I don't really feel like I'm going to do anything with it. Another free kick there is saved by Tornqvist. And Eman Markovic will look to put the corner in there. What can we do from this one? It's not a good corner, to be honest. But now we have a free kick, and it's Iataren, who has scored a free kick this season, I believe. And he's not going to score that one, though. Well, we have dominated the possession in this first half. Couple of shots on target. But we're going to go into half-time goalless. That's not ideal, but we're playing all right. We just need to make sure we get the result that we need here. Djurgården do seem to be drawing as well, though. So if we do manage to win this, then hopefully that will give us a bit of a chance to maybe catch them. But we haven't had a big chance yet, really. 67 minutes in, and we're not seeing enough highlights here. Iataran's been very underwhelming today, so he's going to come off. We're going to bring on Carney, even though he's not entirely fit. Carlen also has not really done anything, but we'll leave him in. I think we'll just make the one change. We only get 3 opportunities to make subs. We're just going to make the one change. I'll go in attacking as well. Just try and get a goal. We're running out of time here. This is a chance for us to catch your Gardens, and we're not doing that. So that doesn't sit well with me at all. 5 minutes to go. What's happened to us? What has actually happened to us? Like, at the start of this season, we were unbelievable. And now we're looking at this. It just isn't good enough. Alamara is going to replace Hagen. Carlen's going to come off for Eriksson. Abdullahi's going to come off for, I guess, Peñalosa. Well, what a boring game. And that means we can't win the league. Because that was an absolute bore draw. We have 4 shots on target, no huge chances. That means we can't win the league. We've already fucked it up. Suddenly we can't score a goal. I don't get it. Marcus Berg scored like 25 goals this season, and suddenly he's just like decided, no, I don't like the goal anymore. I'm allergic to it. Meanwhile, your Gardens ended up drawing 2-2 against Sirius at home. So if we'd have won, we'd have been a point behind them, and there could have been a chance for us to win. And except, nope. We decided, you know what, I don't want to score goals anymore. 45 goals scored this season, but just not, I don't know what's happened recently. I don't get it. We failed to score against Mjölby, against Harken, against Hammarby, 1 against relegation threat in Värnamo. I don't know what's happened. There was a couple of good saves by their goalkeeper, but we should be winning that game. That's not good enough to draw 0-0 against Mjölby, who are in 11th place. It's not acceptable. We should just count our lucky stars that Malmo also failed to win as they were held 0-0 by Volberg, because otherwise we'd be in 3rd place right now. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's pressure or if it's, like I said last time, teams working out how we play. I mean, it could be more things than that. I mean, it's been a good season. Like, we're going to be in European football. That's good. We've done really well. But you know, the way we started this season, the way we've been playing all season, we've been top of the table for 24 weeks, and then suddenly we've decided to stop playing. I don't understand it. So our final game of the season, it's away against AIK. We can't catch your Gardens now, they're champions, but there is a chance that Malmo could overtake us and get 2nd, and we end up falling to 3rd. Malmo are at home against Degerfors, who are bottom of the table and need a result to avoid relegation. Like, they're still quite tight at the bottom there. You've got 3 sides in the bottom 3, all of which could get relegated, and one could end up in that playoff. So Degerfors will need a result against Malmo if they want to stay up. And it's irrelevant now because they've already won the league, but your Gardens are away against Mjölby, the side that we just drew 0-0 with. Right, our assistant is telling us to hit early crosses. So I'm going to do what he says. Is Dahlberg fit to play? Yes, he is. Right, Dahlberg's going back in goal. I'd say he hasn't really done anything wrong this season. His last 5 games has been a 6.66, but he hasn't really done a great deal wrong this season. Olsen served his suspension, as has Svensson, so they can come back in. Carlen is now suspended, so Eriksson will become ball winner. Hausen is going to replace Johansson. Peñalosa is going to make his debut, and Quaresma is going to play on the left-hand side. He has played enough games to get a year extension, so Quaresma is going to be here next season, and he is now 40 years old. I'm going to replace Konate with Tronson as well. I'm just going to try and rotate the side and see if these guys have better luck. Because, yeah, those players last time just didn't play well enough. So they're being dropped as punishment for this last game of the season. And hopefully we can get a result against AIK. Well, our form recently has not been good enough in the slightest. So I really hope that we can turn things around and get a result on our final day. And we've got a free kick here with Quaresma. About 20 odd yards out, and it's well saved. Can Berg get there first? He's tripped by Keita, so we do have a penalty. Not the ideal way to score a goal after a while. We'd hope it would be from open play. But if Marcus Berg can score this, then we will be in front after 10 minutes. He has scored. It's 1-0. Marcus Berg gets another goal from the spot. 29 for the season he's got now. A lot of them have been penalties, to be you know, to be honest. But 29 goals for the season, still a remarkable tally for the talisman. Right, we've got our goal. Now, we need to hold on to the lead. Jimmy Durmaz with a corner kick here. It's headed away well by Hausner. Here's Hussein, and Quaresma's won the ball, and he's lost it immediately. And the cross is well saved, and Guidetti manages to find a way through. John Guidetti back in the Swedish league. And it's 1-1. AIK get the equaliser not long after we took a lead. I mean, Quaresma won the ball then and then immediately gave it away. That wasn't good enough. Keeper did well. Hausner actually with a good block, but then we just didn't deal with it, and Guidetti managed to take it around the defenders and find the goal. Salomonsson, that's a really good ball. Peñalosa, great ball. Berg, that's what we want to see. That's some brilliant football. Peñalosa really involved there, and that's what's been missing. Just that style of football. Peñalosa holds the ball up and then makes the run. Salomonsson sees it, great vision, and then Peñalosa, first time cross. Marcus Berg, great composure to finish that first time. That's good. That's what we want to see. Hagen to Eriksson. Here's Peñalosa. Salomonsson again. Exploiting this right-hand side seems to be the idea. Hagen to Hausner. Ooh, sold Salomonsson a bit short there. But keeping the ball well, and the switch to Tronson. Got lots of space to move into. And finds Berg. Is this going to be a hat-trick? It's not, but Abdullahi's going to be there for the rebound. And after a little bit of a goal drought, Abdullahi does have his 11th of the season. And after 18.5 minutes, it's already 3-1. But good to see us actually finding the net. Where was this against Mjällby? Like, that would have been brilliant. If we'd have won that game and win this game, maximum points, there's a chance that Djurgårdens could have dropped points. They are actually, I think, drawing at the moment. But this is going really well. Djurgårdens, yeah, they're being held by Mjällby. Just keep it on them, guys. Just don't do anything silly now. Wilfried Cannon's got the ball. He's replaced Bungsbo, and hopefully he'll do well. Pontus Dahlberg. Looking for a long ball for Peñalosa. He's not going to get there, though. Durmaz. Fischer. Can we take the ball off him, please? Guidetti with a header. Oh, God. 3-2. John Guidetti scores again. 5 goals in 37 minutes. And probably more to come. Hopefully for us and not for them, though. This is a ridiculous first half. Fischer with a cross. Guidetti with a header. We didn't deal with it. And, yeah. This is turning into a game. Durmaz with a free kick. It's well saved by Dahlberg to stop it from being 3-3. Quaresma has not played well, because he gave away the ball for that equalising goal. And another set piece now for AIK. And that is going to be headed away by Cannon. Last minute of injury time in the first half here. And a header by Tihi is... his name's Tihi. That's funny. Half time 3-2. 5 goals in that first half. A 3.1 XG for us as well. Quaresma, not a good first half. Responsible for one of the goals. Well, at least one of the goals. So he hasn't done too well today. But we'll keep him out there. We're not going to make any changes just yet. We are leading. We just need to make sure we don't slip up. Because, yeah, AIK have managed to get a couple of goals. And we don't want to see any more. Djurgårdens are winning. So even if we had got maximum points, Djurgårdens still would have been champions. But, you know, drawing to Mjällby is not what we wanted to do. Abdullahi's picked up a knock, so we're going to get him off. We're going to bring on Karnell. Actually, we're going to bring on Markovic, excuse me. We're going to bring on Markovic. Hausner's also getting a bit tired, so Kalle Johansson's going to replace him. 75 minutes, still 3-2. I don't know what's happening in the second half. Malmo are 2-0 up against Degerfors, so Degerfors is going to be relegated as things go. 5 minutes left. Let's make those last sort of couple of changes. Berg is getting tired and restless. Carnet's going to come on. Quaresma's going to come off. And let's bring on Iataren. Make those last changes. But let's hope we are going to win our final game of the season, which is good. After the run we've had of form, to win a game feels good at last. 3-2. But unfortunately, drawing against Mjällby, well, and losing against Djurgårdens, or Hammarby rather, meant that we ended up not winning the league. And I think it would be fair to say that we bottled it, because we were top of the table for 24 game weeks, and then those last few games, things just didn't go well. We just didn't win the games that we needed to win. We lost games. We didn't score enough goals. So, yeah, that's unfortunate, but still a really good season. Second place for a team that was, I think, predicted to finish 6th. I think that's pretty good going. We're going to be in Europe next season, or the season after. I'm not quite sure what's happening there. But yeah, good season overall. Just a shame with how it ended. We did kind of slip up a bit. Malmö and Elfsborg will take up the other 2 European places. Häcken in 5th place after their title defence did not go well. Hammarby overtaking IFK late on there as well. £2.61 million for that 2nd place finish though, so the prize money isn't too bad. Yeah, just the results in that run-in just not good enough, unfortunately, and that cost us the league title. It's a shame, but that's how things go sometimes. So that brings our balance back up over £1.5 million, which is a good place to be in. I'm not sure that'll do for our budgets next season. Our transfer budget is going to be at least 169k, but that could increase. We've got some wage budgets to play with as well. I'll be interested to see what our scouting budget is. I'm hoping that we can... well, I don't even have any packs because we've used our scouting budget. I'm hoping that we can scout a bit further than Sweden. You know, to try and start getting those wonder kids and, you know, start scouting outside of Sweden. That would be quite nice. Try and get some loan players, I think would be good. But yeah, you know, good season, and I'll wait and see what sort of stuff we have to spend. I know what we need to do in our transfer window, and that's just try and improve the team wherever we can. We have players in every position. There's no spot where I really think we need a player. So it's just going to be a case of, you know, trying to improve the squad wherever we can, with probably more free transfers. We didn't spend any money, I don't think, in the transfer window. We got one player on a loan that was free. Yeah, we just did free transfers, and I think we'll probably do the same thing. We have a bit of transfer budget, but I don't really think there's going to be a need to use it, unless we find an amazing player for a cheap fee. I really want to try and get some top loan players next season from, you know, some big clubs, maybe from like La Liga clubs or Serie A clubs, you know, very similar to Iataren. Like, he wasn't too bad for us this season. He got a couple of goals on his loan spell from Juventus, but I want to try and get some really quality players in on loan to really improve this team, and hopefully it won't cost us too much in wages. But again, we'll see how that works. I'll have to try and see what loans are available. But that is season 1 done and dusted. Overall, it was a good season. We had a phenomenal start. We were unbeaten in our first 10 games. We conceded very few goals, but then the second half just kind of tailed off. We just did very poorly in our last few games. If we have a look at our form, those last 9 games, we only won 3. That just isn't good enough, and those back-to-back defeats against Hammarby and Häcken just ended up costing us the league. So that was unfortunate. Just some silly draws in there as well. Norrköping and Kalmar. We should be beating those teams. We should be beating Mjölby. We should be beating Degerfors. It was a 0-0 draw as well. So silly things like that have cost us the league. So we'll try and do one better next season, and then after next season we'll see how Europe goes. We'll be in the Europa Conference League. Anyway guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it and if you enjoyed the season, drop a like on the video, leave comments, subscribe if you haven't, or if you're new, turn notifications on. Check out the second channel down below. Good season overall. Ended poorly. We lost the league title in those last handful of games, but overall a good season, and we've got some stuff to work on for next season. And then transfer wise, it's just going to be a case of trying to improve this team where we can, because it's a good side. We have all bases covered. We've got to try and improve on those players now, and because there's no squad limits for the Swedish league, we don't really have to worry about selling players. You know, if they don't want to move, we can just let them sit there and do nothing. So we'll try and sell players if we need to, but I can't imagine we'll get much for them, if anything, and they'll just go at the end of their contracts. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But we'll definitely try and look at making some signings over this transfer window. We do have a good 5 months until our new season starts, so we've got plenty of time to try and find some signings and do some scouting and see what's about. But all that will be next episode. For now, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.